The engine is basically no longer attached. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrench and Rip, and welcome to part 1 of the ultimate budget enduro mini bike build. In this episode, we're going to be reinforcing some areas of the frame, and we're also going to be chopping some areas of the frame that always seem to snag on roots and rocks. So let's get started. Alright, first off, I'm going to give you guys a tour of what needs to be repaired first. That the engine is basically no longer attached to the frame, so that is the biggest thing that really needs to be fixed. And you can see how much that's separated, because I've been riding it like that for a while now, so you know, it's just been getting worse and worse as time goes on. But the areas that I mentioned too that snag on things, see here, you can actually see that that's bent in. That's from smacking rocks and everything. So we're actually gonna cut this off and weld this arm underneath directly to the frame. It has another way to unbolt over here, so I'm not worried about that being an issue. We're just going to send it and see what happens. Same on the other side. Where the kickstand goes, that's even lower than the other side. I've hit some stuff on that and it stops you dead in your tracks, which is never good. So we're going to chop that one off too. I snapped the kickstand off a while ago, so I don't really care about having a kickstand. I would rather just not come to a dead stop suddenly. So we're going to chop those things. We're going to have to pull the motor off and weld up this motor plate. And I'm also going to weld the entire thing because it's only stitch welded along the sides there. So let's get started first. I guess we'll start by pulling the motor first so we can chop off some stuff. I'm also going to chop off this because that just looks, we don't need that. That's for the old chain guard, which I'm not using anymore either. So weight reduction, baby, weight reduction. Alright guys, engine's out, over in the corner. Not so good news under here. So I wiped this down to get a better look at the situation here, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but this whole thing is all sorts of jacked up. There was our area of concern, side that was all ripped up, but every one of these holes has cracks coming out of it. There's a crack there, crack here, there's a crack coming off this way, off of this one. There's a chip missing there, big chip missing there, crack here, crack here. This thing is seriously messed up, and now obviously I've given it a lot of abuse, but I didn't really expect all the holes to be shot. So ultimately this is just too thin for what I use this thing for. I'm gonna have to replace this with a nice thick piece of flat plate steel. That doesn't hold us from doing the other things that we wanted to do tonight, though. This This is probably going to be a part 2, fabricating a new engine mounting plate, but we can still cut these off, cut this off, and work out the other side all tonight in this episode. So let's get to chopping here. Look who showed up.
Hey guys.
We got company for the cutting and minor welding operation on this thing.
I forgot my earplugs.
See, I wouldn't normally wear this stuff. Actually, yeah, I would. But when I was working on the trailer, which you guys can check out in a previous video.
Yes, check that out. It's a good video.
It was a lot of cutting and grinding, and I couldn't hear after I finished.
What? What'd you say?
That's exactly how it was. So, it's worth it, honestly, because I couldn't hear right for like a few days. It felt like I had to like pop my ears or something. So.
Alright, get cutting. And she's off.
To stand the lead.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh, got it. Oh. It's a 2-piece pen. Yes, I did need that many extensions. Thanks.
We don't like you. Flipsy doodle. You need an extra set of hands.
Oh!
It did not sound good. Oh, it didn't break. That would have been cool.
There we go.
Very nice.
Now I can get to these real nice.
You don't have to lay on the ground.
I've never seen it like that, believe it or not.
Only sideways when he went into that tree.
Yeah. Yep. First part, ground down.
Smooth like a baby's bottom.
It's pretty smooth. I definitely should have done a little more work with the cutoff wheel, because that was a lot to like grind down with the grinding wheel. So
that was a good 8 or 9 minutes of grinding.
yeah, was it really that long?
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Wow.
Yeah, but it came out.
Came out nice at least.
Very pretty. All nice and flush and grinded down.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Now
Yeah.
it's time to weld.
Yep, I think I'm gonna smack this a few times and see if I can kind of get it to bend around a little.
Smack that.
So I have a little more surface area to kind of weld on, but it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll get there.
It'll work. We always
Sure.
make it work.
Certainly will.
And it's always good enough. Got her all set up. Gonna weld that back on there. How good do you think your welding's gonna be?
Probably not good.
Probably not as good as mine.
Probably not, but honestly, I don't care.
We're not here for looks.
Good enough.
We're here for good enough. Start up the old Forney. The little green box.
Yeah.
You're afraid of that box, aren't you?
Yeah, I am afraid of this box. Cover.
Okay.
Cover.
Not too shabby.
Hey, it's stuck on there. And I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side now.
Yep. Woo, look at that.
A little paint.
Should you work for the pipeline?
Probably could.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, look at this guy.
Yeah, any gas pipelines, you know, I'm certified.
Yeah, we're all certified now.
Yeah.
Wrench and rip certification.
5 million PSI, no problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give me a call. Or comment below.
We'll drop his number in the description.
867-5309. If you want to call him.
867-5309.
Alright guys, well, that was a successful first part of the transformation of the mini bike. We made some good progress and found some stuff that we need to do more work than we thought to.
Yeah.
And we also made a present for his girlfriend that we didn't show on camera.
A Christmas present, because it's almost Christmas.
Overall, productive day. We'll catch you guys in a little while for part 2 of this thing. And until next time, guys, keep wrenching, keep ripping. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh, died. Really?